What was the experience like for you at the very end of this film? Did you have kind of a moment where you thought, wow?
Yeah, there were many moments actually where it struck me kind of what a massive task it was, how grateful I felt to be part of it. And you can't allow yourself to feel those while you're doing it, you just have to get down and do it. But it was something I really wanted. I was aggressive in going after it. And the moment I got the part, there was always a little bit of it that was daunting, a little bit of pressure, I suppose. So it was a great relief. And I gotta tell you, very cathartic.
When I actually found out that I got the role, I found out late in the afternoon, I think on a Tuesday, and I was having dinner with my parents the next night on a Wednesday. So I held off telling them until that night. And it was so cute because my husband kept asking me, have you told them, have you told them? And I said, no, 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 I must see their faces. And then we sat down at dinner and I told them. And my mother, who was 5'3", stood up, wrapped her arms around me, and lifted me up into a bear hug off the ground.
That's so amazing.
And my father just kept saying, well, how about that? Well, he was literally slapping his leg. He was so happy. And I think they're still beaming.
The most important thing on this set was the leadership and the artistry shown by Hugh Jackman every day.
Wow.
You know, a lot of young kids on this, young kids with big responsibilities and stuff, you know. And it wasn't that he wasn't fearful or anxious or excited in the same way as everybody else. But he just approaches his life with such a degree of grace that he was able to make time for everybody. And if that central guy, the guy with the most responsibility on a film set, can make time for everybody else, then their anxieties are lessened, their fears are lessened. The rhythm of what they're bringing to the job just gets calmed down, and it gets kind of sharper in its focus, because you can drop some of the baggage and just get on with the gig, you know.
Singing live too, the creative expression it allowed for each character, you wouldn't have probably accomplished that had it been pre-recorded, right?
You know, one of the greatest gifts, Tom Hooper, the director who did the King's Speech, and the greatest gifts he gave us was he demanded that we sang live. So it felt like being on stage, and I've done a lot of stage before, so in a way I felt more comfortable. I mean, it was difficult because at times, like the very first thing I sang was below freezing on the top of a mountain wearing wooden clogs. My hands were purple and my teeth were chattering, and it was not easy, but at the same time it was so freeing as an actor.
I think it gave us all a sense of freedom, an ability to invent in the moment.
I think singing has like this amazing physical kind of effect that it has on you. I mean, it kind of brings you to another level of emotion. It kind of makes you feel more intensely, if you've ever sung before. And from an acting standpoint, I think it's really helpful to get to go pretty far into the moment, and I don't know, it's super indulgent, to be honest with you.
It is?
Yeah, it feels really satisfying. It just feels really good.
How do you feel about the Oscar buzz around this movie already? Does that make you, do you listen to it? Do you pay attention to it?
Look,
are you
personally, no, but for the, I think I'm really happy to be in the film, and obviously I think Tom's done an amazing job, and I know the film moves people. It's probably more you could ever ask for as an actor. But movie musicals are really hard to get made.
They are hard, yeah.
Right? You know, and that's a huge risk. They're expensive. They often don't work, and when they're bad, they stink to high heaven. So, and I'm a lover of musical theatre, and I hope movie musicals get made more often. So, if there is recognition for the movie, fantastic.
It's flattering. You know, I'd be lying if I didn't say it you know, it doesn't thrill me that people are predicting this. However, I also have been doing this long enough to know that nothing's set in stone.
You never know.
And you absolutely never know. So I'm just really enjoying people's reaction to the film. It's so gratifying to have tried something new and something that we didn't know if it was going to work, and something that put us all in a really vulnerable place. And to hear that people are responding to it, like what you said about journalists being such a cynical bunch, and yet you all stayed through the credits and applauded. That means the world to us, and to me.
I'm very supportive of this movie, obviously, but I've seen how hard these actors have worked.
It would mean a lot, yeah.
It would mean a lot if we got the nomination and the award for Best Picture. I don't see, it's so groundbreaking to me. I don't feel like I'm like, I don't know, maybe it will. I just feel like it actually deserves it. However, I haven't seen all the movies. So there are a lot of really good movies in competition, but it's groundbreaking. It's one of a kind, and it was something that was really, really, really hard to accomplish. And it turned out fantastic.
Yeah,
so
any one of you are deserving of it. So.
Well, I have to say, that soliloquy in the beginning where you see Hugh transform before your very eyes within just 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. I wasn't there on set. I've never seen it in a movie before. It's once in a lifetime experience to have that with him as an audience member, and I think it's his.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks. I might even get up on stage if it's not.
Get up.
And be like, I'm sorry. John, or who else is up for it? Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I gotta say, you were good and all, but
You're gonna
man,
Kanye West it. You're gonna,
Hugh, you gotta give it to Hugh right there. I don't actually remember what he said.
You're
but
gonna Kanye West it, huh?
you know what? I'm kind of really passionate, so I don't know. I'm not. You don't know what to expect from me.